As artists, we tend to be proud of our work. Our art is a reflection of who we are and what inspires us. So naturally, when we receive negative criticism on our work, we tend to feel a certain way. Of course, not everyone is the same. We're all crafted so uniquely, so wonderfully different from one another. But at the same time, we have so much in common. I believe when it comes down to it, whether you're an artist or not an artist, whoever you are, when it comes down to it, pride is something we all struggle with. And over the past 2 years, since coming to Christ, I've definitely valued the act of humility, the idea and the action of putting others before yourself, and honestly accepting the criticism. Now, I'm not saying accept when people speak poorly of you. I'm not saying to be a doormat, but what I'm saying is learning to not take yourself so seriously to the point where you miss out on pieces of wisdom given from someone else. And I guess to put it in a different light, take for instance one of my more recent pieces. A few weeks ago, I created a piece, and it was the first oil painting I had done in quite some time, and it was atrocious. It was not cute. I did not like it. But I was so excited at the time of creating it. I was just so excited to get back into oils that I completely disregarded crucial steps in the process of creating that piece. And when I uploaded a reel of me creating it, of course, I was faced with much criticism, and I did feel attacked. I felt my ego, I felt hurt, but I knew it was just my ego being bruised, which isn't that big of a deal, really. And I took the criticism in a weird way. And what I mean is, at first, yes, I was hurt. My ego was so bruised. But I made the choice to reflect. I made the choice to think to myself, why am I hurt by this negative feedback? They weren't necessarily being rude, but they were giving me insights into something deeper. I was hurt because they were right. Because when I took a second look at the piece, at the painting, I realized all of the mistakes that I had made. And it wasn't that I was being too hard on myself. It was that I recognized the fact that I didn't do the best that I knew I could do. I didn't push myself to fully complete the piece. I wasn't painting in the style that I actually wanted to paint in. And so I decided to try again. And I actually took the information, I took the critiques that I knew would serve me in a better way, if that makes sense. Meaning when I started again, I focused more on my own style. I focused more on fully completing the piece from start to finish without rushing. I took my time with it. I took a step back and really looked at the piece, and I took pictures of my painting and sent it to my friends, sent it to other artists, and asked them for their critique before I announced that the piece was finished. And guys, I am so glad that I decided to start over, because not only was I actually proud of the finished piece, but I ended up selling it within that same week. If I had not humbled myself and taken that criticism and started over and really challenged myself, then I would have never really fully developed my own painting skill. I would have never sold that original piece. I would have, honestly, I don't think I would have even created this piece that I'm making now, because I truly believe that me starting over on that one painting was the catalyst of me branching out and wanting to create bigger and better paintings. Another example is literally the painting that I made right after that one. And that painting is called With You in the Waters, and it's based off of Isaiah chapter 43 verse 2, and I'll put the scripture up here. Guys, when I tell you, I posted reels and update photos of the entire process, and I received a lot of positive feedback, but this time it was different. It was different because I didn't want the I shouldn't say that. I, of course, did want the positive feedback, but I wanted critiques. Even if it did hurt my feeling, or, well, I should say, even if it bruised my ego, I wanted critiques. I wanted feedback, helpful feedback that would help me improve that piece. So right before I announced it as finished, I sent photos of the quote-unquote almost finished painting to a few of my friends who I knew I could trust for honest feedback, and this is the result. An even better painting. And guess what? Again, I sold that piece. Immediately, I sold that piece like a week after, not even a week after putting it on my Etsy shop, I sold it. And I truly believe that it is because I was willing to humble myself and collaborate with other people and accept the criticism, accept their feedback. It is because I was able to push my ego aside and humble myself and accept that feedback, that I was able to develop my skills, and I am just so grateful for that. And so I wanted to make this cozy little art vlog, art chat video, just to share the importance of humility and hopefully inspire someone out there to humble themselves, or honestly just to make somebody think. But anywho, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on how you handle critiques and whether you would feel comfortable receiving a critique, whether it's warranted or unwarranted. And of course, if you like this video, definitely leave a like and subscribe. It would really help me out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.